Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here with game number 2 between Roxkiss FRAER and Fnatic aLive. This time we're on the map Antigua Shipyard. Our blue Terran player aLive spawning here in the upper left-hand spawn position, and his opponent and the winner of last game, the green Protoss player FRAER, spawning down over here in the lower right-hand spawn position. So yes, last game we saw aLive open up with some 2 racks pressure that was scouted out due to a very early scout from FRAER. FRAER was then able to defend against that aggression, move into a 3-gate, place down an expansion, and push out with a counterattack, which ended up securing him the victory as he was able to do some significant damage with it. And once again, FRAER moving out with a very early scout. Evidently, he is aware that aLive likes to open up with some aggression. Specifically, again, we saw that 2 racks last game. Now he's going straight cross-positional here, so he will be spotting out aLive immediately as he continues to make his way across the map. aLive now finishing with that supply depot. We'll be seeing that barracks most likely right after, unless he decides to go command center first. Oh, what is he doing? Okay, he's going back to mine for a second, and there we go, turning around to place down the barracks. Yep, there it is. Okay, so depot into racks, very standard. The next thing we should probably be seeing from him is that refinery, unless he's trying something fancy again, or just a 1 racks expand. SCV moves to engage with the probe, and a second SCV now pulls out. So once again, this is either a scouting SCV or there's no way he's going to try to 2 racks again. That's just so, it wouldn't make any sense. It would be very silly. So I'm just going to say that, okay. All right. Second barracks gets placed down for the second game in a row. aLive decides, I want to push with Marines and SCVs early on, and there's nothing you can do about it, FRAER, except for potentially scout it out. Now he's turning around to engage the SCV, finishing building that first barracks. Second SCV comes down to join the fun. A little bit of an engagement here between these two. Now what aLive should do is place down that second supply depot and block in FRAER. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he's not even trying. Forget it. Wow. I'm really surprised that he did not block in that probe. The reason I say that is because if you let this probe out, gives him a chance to scout out that second barracks, which is down right over here. It looks like he is looking for that. Moving around here with this probe scout, checking the corners over in this position, and what is he going to do next? Oh, maybe he's not going to see it. He might not catch it. Second barracks producing Marines. First Marine coming out across the map right now. FRAER decides to pull out. That sounded dirty. And he's actually going to be moving back around and into this position. Now we do have a Marine moving down to try to cut him off. I don't know if it's going to catch him. No, looks like it gets by. Gonna be close. Gets stuck on the edge. Manages to sneak away just barely. I mean, it's sort of obvious now at this point, right? With everything that's going on. Now you can never be too sure, but the battle for FRAER to try to scout this second racks continues. Still hasn't been able to do it. Now we do have, back over here, FRAER just with that 1 gateway plus that Cybernex core coming out with that warp gate research. Probe still chilling out over here. We got a Zealot moving down. No kills for him yet, and with a few Marines in the center of the map, that's a problem. Now seeing that many Marines is a giveaway at this point. FRAER is now pretty confident that there are 2 barracks in play. In fact, he should be 100% certain with the vast amount of Marines that he's seeing right now. Now we do also have an expansion coming out here for aLive, and in spotting that many Marines, we're seeing another gateway get placed down and a Twilight Council, much earlier than the Twilight Council we saw last game here for FRAER. So I do wonder if we're going to be seeing some Blink Stalker action from him as a result. The proxy racks gets lifted off and moved back. Marine ends up finding the probe up here. As you can see, gets that 1 kill. So we do have FRAER here with a little bit of a loss early on. You can see he's behind those 50 resources from losing that 1 worker there. Robotics facility coming out over here, and I think we'll be seeing Blink Stalker with Observer for Vision of the High Ground. That is, I'm going to call it right now. All right, Twilight Council is in play. What's he gonna do with this bad boy, huh? There it is. Blink research coming out right now for FRAER. We're gonna see some Blink Stalker action from him. So many Marines in the center of the map. Stalker's gonna dance around. As long as he keeps his distance, he can keep this up all day. Or as FPS Doug would say, I can dance all day, I can dance all day. You guys know FPS Doug, right? Pure Ponage? Come on, what's wrong with you? All right, we got a third command center being built over here for aLive. We'll be using that to try to saturate his main and natural. Big concern for him, though, because we are still seeing FRAER on one base with 3 warp gates worth of stalkers, plus that observer for vision of the high ground. There's going to be a very strong push coming out from him. And also with this pylon placed right over here, he can warp in down to the low ground. Also has that observer moving out. Another proxy pylon right here just in front of Fnatic aLive's natural expansion. And again, this is going to make for some very aggressive action here from FRAER. FRAER hiding this probe right over here for the moment. Marines are now moving back. He's going to find this one pylon, which should allow him to take it out. Actually, you know what? I think these stalkers will just grab that Marine and save that pylon. Okay, one engagement over there. Stalkers continue to push. Blink research is finished. Observer is also here. It's going to be a big problem for aLive. Just now getting some Marauders in play, but he's sitting primarily with Marines, and the threat of these Stalkers alone is enough to force a liftoff of that orbital command. Going down for the mass repair. Bunker does finish. Few Marines get in it. And without any sentries, he's not going to be able to stop the repair from that bunker, but vision of the high ground means he can continue to harass. And so the one base FRAER doing a significant amount of damage right now. Now, it looks like he is going to be moving down with an expansion right now. You can see the probe over here, but continuing to harass with these stalkers. Huge mobility advantage. Again, we don't have many Marauders, and on top of that, I don't think he's got concussive shell, so. No, he does have concussive shell, but he still has so few Marauders that I'm not sure that's going to make much of a difference, as these few stalkers doing a lot of damage. A couple stalkers down over there. These stalkers using their micro to blink back away from that SCV surround. And now what is he going to do? You know, he can continue to push and actually harass this expansion. Now he's just going to blink right back into the main. There's a scan, spots the observer, tries to get it, but FRAER managing to pull that back in time. And again, going to continue to harass here with these stalkers. Without stim pack, this is a major headache. Two things, the stim pack and the few numbers of Marauders. Makes this a major headache. On top of the fact that he can't even come down with a tech lab right now because all these stalker aggression is going to prevent that from happening. Takes out one of the barracks, now down to just the 3. SCV's pulled down again. This is going to force FRAER to try to retreat. Ends up losing a few stalkers, but boy did he do some damage. 22 SCVs killed so far this game for FRAER. FRAER now moves into the natural expansion. He's also coming out with a Nexus right over here. He's got to get very close to finish. Once that's up, he's going to saturate that, and that should probably be the game. Look at this, resources lost. aLive very far behind. aLive just calls the GG for the second game in a row. aLive tries to open up with a 2-Rax. FRAER did an excellent job of spotting that, defending against it, moving out with the Blink Stalker harass. What a great game, and that's going to conclude the series. Alright my friends, thank you so much for watching this series here between aLive and FRAER. Excellent play by the Protoss player. FRAER did a great job of defending and scouting those 2 games of early 2-Rax pressure, and then his counterattack proved to be devastating. Really like the Blink Stalker play here this game too. Some great micro and great harass, and again, a great series. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning.